Sunil ji,
हाँ जी.
just one sec. Sunita has started off abruptly.
Yeah.
I want to read Guru Vandana for you and all the Gurus.
Yes.
So that in the meantime, few other members may join in.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
तो आप सबके लिए मैं गुरु वंदना पढ़ रहा हूं, मुझे याद पूरी नहीं है. जय हो प्रभु. गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. अखंड मंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. ध्यान मूलम गुरुमूर्ति पूजा मूलम गुरुपदम मंत्र मूलम गुरुवाक्यम मोक्ष मूलम गुरु कृपा. श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज वंदत मैं कर जोरी विघ्न मिटे प्रगटे विभो होए विमल मति मोरी. वंदो चरण सरोज गुरु मुद मंगल आगार. जेहि सेवत नर होत हैं भव सागर से पार. गुरु के सुमिरन मात्र से नासत विघ्न अनंत. ताते सर्व आरंभ में ध्यावत है सब संत. वंशी विभूषित करान नीरदाभात पीताम्बरा दंड फलाद्रोष्टात्. पूर्णेन्दु सुंदर मुखा रविंद्र नेत्रात्. कृष्णात्रम किमपि तमहम न जाने. दैट मीन्स गुरु के बिना ज्ञान नहीं है और गुरु को याद करने के मात्र से ही हमारी जो बुद्धि है वो निर्मल हो जाती है और साथ में हमें बहुत सारा ज्ञान प्राप्त हो जाता है. दोस्तों, आज गुरु पूर्णिमा भी है और आज ही हम लोग एक अच्छे गुरु से बहुत अच्छी शिक्षा भी लेने जा रहे हैं कि जो हमारा धर्म भी है, कार्य भी है और हम उस कार्य में लिप्त भी हैं. दैट इज बिजनेस. तो आज मैं सुनील कृष्णा जी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूं आज के पावन दिन के ऊपर, जबकि हमें बहुत जरूरत है इस पैंडेमिक के समय बहुत कुछ सीखने की और बहुत कुछ सहने की. तो मैं सुनील कृष्णा साहब जो बहुत ही समय निकाल के हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं, उनका बहुत स्वागत भी है और आप सभी बहुत ध्यान से उनकी बात को सुने. और अगर आपके मन में कोई भी प्रश्न आता है, इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन टू आस्क, प्लीज राइट इट. डोंट डिस्टर्ब इन बिटवीन सो दैट he will be able to answer it. Sunil bhai, I think you can take the questions when it comes. So after your lecture, please give some time if somebody has a question.
Yes, please. Yeah.
So thank you so much to Sunil bhai and to you all. Welcome Sunil ji. Please carry on. Thank you.
So once again, good morning all. I feel very privileged to be a part of this August gathering, and that too on a very, very auspicious day. I've been in the industry for the last 36 years doing the same thing over and over and again. I feel very happy about it. I'm very passionate about it. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is how you can tackle few things which has caused disruptions because of this pandemic. Now, before I go to the triple R is nothing. It's very, very, very simple. It's not any great high funda thing. It's a simple thing. But before that, you have to prepare yourself for triple R. So the first point I want to talk to you is you should develop a resilient mindset. That is the first thing you should know, because see, everything starts from the mind. This pandemic, people's mind has caused more problem than the pandemic. See, when you look into anywhere, you look in social media, you look in, like Facebooks or WhatsApp, all negative things are coming about the pandemic, and a lot of negative messages are passed on. See, now we are all talking about social distancing, but are we really socially distancing or are we physically distancing? Actually, we become socially more closer now. We have got time for people. We have got time for talking to people. We have got time to be with the family. We have got time to be with friends, all, but physically distant. not socially distant. There is a lot of platforms like Zoom. Everyone, every other day, there is a meeting. There is a lot of telephone calls happening. Because earlier, what we used to do, there was a standard thing. I don't have time. No time, yaar. I didn't call you. Sorry, yaar. No time, yaar. No. Now there's you can't say no time. There is enough and more time. This time was earlier also available, but only Corona taught us that we have to be close socially and mentally, then only the society evolves. Unfortunately, in the name of the so-called businesses and all the job and all, we were showing that we were busy. We were not busy at all. A small virus can completely disrupt the whole entire human beings across the globe. So a lot of things to learn from this pandemic. Everyone asks me, see, I've been doing sessions continuously for many organizations. Everyone asks me what after pandemic. Nobody has asked me what to do with during the time of pandemic. So I always say, see, pandemic, you don't know. It's very uncertain. When it is going to over, nobody knows. But we have a lot of things to do now so that we sustain and grow our business. So first thing you have to develop is you have to develop a resilient mindset. You know what is resilience? Resilience is if you are pushed to something abnormal or some difficulty, how fast you bounce back to the normalcy. That is what is resilience. So many people are brooding, crying over, oh, I lost this thing, I lost that thing. Instead of being proactive, they are getting reactive. In business, always, or rather in life, you have to be always proactive, not reactive. You don't have to wait for something to happen and then start trying to repair it or do something about it. You can anticipate. Now we are all very sure that after 1.5 years, almost close to 2 years, we don't know what is going to happen with the pandemic. We don't know when it's going to happen. Because of our tension, we say maybe in another 2 months it will be over. Maybe in another 4 months it will be over. Maybe in another year it will be over. I think it is coming down. I think now there is no pandemic in my area. No, we are really under the pressure of the pandemic, and the fourth wave has started. Haji, Zarur. So I'll mix up because I'll mix up my English. I'll speak in English. That is Hindi and English because see, a long time I've not spoken Hindi. I used to speak Hindi. Now even I've forgotten Malayalam also actually, because see all the sessions we take, people say that okay, English. So it also happens, So I feel very comfortable. Sometimes I may not get the right word in Hindi. That also happens, or right word in any regional language for that matter. I'm sorry about it, but I'll try it. But if you can ask me in Hindi, there's no problem. I understand very well. I can answer you also. So what I was talking was about the resilience. You have to develop this mindset. Please be optimistic. It is an order of the day. It's a zarurat. No, you have to be optimistic. You don't think that, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to lose. No, please understand the mindset of the customers or the consumers have also changed. Even after this pandemic is over, there are so many things which are going to stay back. That is what the truth you have to understand. Don't think that the strategies are going to change. No. Now everyone is talking. See, we are talking about webinar. Now one webinar now is happening like this. No, this webinar is there for the last so many years, but we never knew there is a Zoom. We never knew there are so many other platforms where whenever there is a mail which comes from UK or US and all about webinar, we say, what webinar here? We never used to be a part of those things. But now without webinar, people can't live. It is like taking medicine, 3 times a day. It has become a part and parcel of your life. Anything you say immediately, okay, let us do one thing. We'll have a Zoom meeting. Even people are not even bothered about WhatsApp video call. They're saying, let's have Zoom meetings because Zoom has become so popular. So many platforms are there like that. So that means the attitude, the mindset completely is changing. So, and it is going to stay. So you have to have that mindset to develop how to protect yourself and your business from threats, how to protect and grow your business, how you will be positive. See, this is like a recession. Correct? Nobody's talking that. Now, this is definitely a recession. The whole economy has gone down. It is reeling under pressure. And people will go on blaming the government. There is no point in talking about the government. Why? What government can do? There is a limitation. No? We are such a huge country. Yesterday, I had a big debate with a person. He was telling me, see, I have studied in UK. I know about UK better than the person who spoke to me. He was talking that UK is a better country, this country, that country. I don't have anything against any country. But UK, see the population. UK's population is even less than Karnataka's population. We should appreciate our country with such a huge population. We are running the show. So diverse. It's not about who's ruling the country and all. See, we have to be proud about being an Indian. I love to be an Indian. I've been proud to be Indian. I've been talking about India everywhere I go. What I'm trying to tell you is that it's all about your mind. You think that they are doing better. They are, see, whether they do better or not, fine. Don't compare yourself. What is your problem? You have to compare yourself. Why are you bothered about other countries or other people? Oh, how, you know what happens? When something goes wrong, you are looking at how bad the other person is affected. Then you feel happy. He lost only 1 lakh. He lost 1.5 lakhs. That attitude should not be there. You lost 1 lakh, my dear friend. Please understand that. How to stop that? So your whole perception towards life has to change. We talk every time positive, we are positive, positive. Anywhere you talk, people say, you have to be positive, you have to be positive. Are we really positive? See, when there is something going wrong, people are going to propagate those negative things. But still we say that we are very positive. Are we? So you have to ask you these questions yourself. And whatever situation we are in today, let us not blame a pandemic or anything. It is our problem. So we have to solve it. सिर्फ हमारा problem है. So you have to keep that in mind, then start doing strategizing. You cannot look at, okay, what Bhupender ji is doing, what Narendra ji is doing, what Sunita ji is doing, what Murali is doing. No, it don't work out for you. See, when we all go for a movie together, all the boosters, business boosters club members are going for a movie together. When we come out, we have got different opinions. Somebody will say the heroine is so good. Somebody says the hero is so good. Somebody says the director was lousy. Somebody says the plot is not there. Somebody says a wonderful movie. Somebody says I've never seen such a lousy movie in my life. It all depends on our perception. But you can't tell that he's wrong, he's right. It depends on you. What is wrong and what is right is your concept or your perceptions. Now you have to, that's where your mindset is really important. You have to put your mind into work. Don't allow mind to work for you. Mind is putting you in work. Then you are in trouble. So resilience, yes, you have to be very conscious about what is happening. Please don't give notice to the negatives which is happening around. See, I'll tell you something very interesting. I don't read newspapers. See, please understand, I'm a mentor for many companies and many CEOs and all, but I don't read newspapers. We don't have newspaper at home. I don't watch TV news. I rarely watch very less amount of TV, but news never. You know when I stopped that? I stopped after reading an article by our former president, Kalamji. इन्होंने बताया, he was going to Israel for a program, and the day he landed there was a bomb blast. The next day morning, he was looking at the media. What happened, where it? He didn't see the news at all. There were only a lot of positive things. Israel is finding new techniques to improve agriculture, this thing, that thing, and all. And he says, see, that should be the way the media, because media is promoting all positive things, not those negative things. Somebody died and how ghastly pictures are shown. You read newspaper, it is like more or less like reading fiction, some storybook. Even something which you would have seen with your own eyes, the next day when you read in newspaper, you will be totally confused whether what is the this is the same incident or something else. So much of masala is there. So that day I decided, no, stop. If I want to read something, I'll go to the internet and pick up that particular news and read. So I'm very comfortable. I'm not seeing anything negative. What I'm trying to tell you is that way you can keep positive. This is positiveness. You can only read those things which are positive. See, there are so many articles which has come and so many blogs which have come, how to tackle pandemic situation, how you can be doing business. See, there are so many businesses still thriving or still doing very good during this pandemic also. Then we'll say, no, oh, this is all medical business. Not everybody is doing very good in medical business. Not everybody is selling good masks. Not everybody is selling gloves. Why? So it all boils down to your mind. You want to do something, then nothing can stop you. For that, you have to even change your habits. See, success only we see the front end, but we are not seeing the hard work and the planning and lot of effort which has taken behind that. You'll say, oh, this fellow is successful, but we are not seeing the effort put. We never see that. So here you have to decide on your own that come what may, I'm going to win. There are certain days which is going to test your character. I always tell my friends that there is nothing called bad days. I always say those are the days where it is really character building days. Those are the days which made you more stronger. There is no bad day. See, so when things are not going the way we wish, we think it's bad. But what you have done to change it? Have you done something to change it? You go on complaining. Now that didn't work out, this didn't work out, that person is not right, this atmosphere is not right, this is not right, that is not right. But please see inside, everything is with you only. You are not right. That's the truth. So change. So first thing you have to do is have a resilient mindset. Second thing, this is again very, very simple but very important. Many people say, yes, we are doing it, but no. Get clear on your priorities. That the day of quadrants. I hope you all have a habit of writing to-do list. Do you have? If you are writing, you can put a thumbs up. If you are not writing, also fine, no issues. Yeah. See, now one more thing I want to tell you. Start writing a not to-do list also. There is something called a not to-do list. I'll tell you why. When you write the to-do list, there are so many things which will come across or in between and see that you are not able to complete the whole task. When you see in the evening, out of 10, you would have done only 6. Oh my God, I couldn't. There are so much distractions. You know, these distractions are actually not to do things. You will spend so much of time on that. Unless somebody will come and pull you. So please write a not to do list also. These things I'm not going to do. You know, this mobile is a very dangerous device. It really robs your time off. Because we have got a habit. Every time we want to look. So keep all the notifications off. See, if somebody really wants to get in touch, they will call you. Don't think that only it will come through WhatsApp. No, if somebody is really serious about discussing something or wants something, they will definitely call you. It is not that they'll send a message and wait for the person to reply. Keep time slots. Now I'll tell you how this 4-quadrant works. The first thing you have to do is important and urgent. ये काम बहुत जरूरी है और important भी है, जल्दी भी है. Second is urgent but not important. Very, very urgent but not important. Third is important but not urgent. And the fourth one is not important, not urgent. These 4 divisions have to be there in everyday activities. Then you will have time for everything. But unfortunately, what we do now, we spend more time on not important, not urgent thing. And finally, at the end of the day, say, oh my God, I didn't do this. Then you start finding excuses. You're not going to find excuses. Excuses you only. But you will say, you start finding excuses. That fellow came, this fellow went, I have to go there, I have to spend that time, this thing, the traffic was so bad. Bangalore, if I remember, before SARC, that was in in the late or early 90s, Bangalore was beautiful actually, very soft, sober. Even in the middle of the day, there is a slight chill. It was so good. And the traffic was much better. But over a period of time, everything turned. It has become very hot. The traffic jams are bigger. See, what is the point? There are certain things which is not in your control. Have you heard about 80-20 rule? You would have all heard about 80-20 rule, no? Pareto principle. 80% of things is done by 20% of the people. But there is something else which is called a 90-10 rule. This is not my rule. Huh? This is coined by Zig Ziglar, the famous management guru. 90-10. Because 90% of the things which happens in your life is not in your control, but 10% is absolutely in your control. But unfortunately, we do nothing on the 10%. We make sure that 100% is not in our control. The traffic jam is not in your control. What is the point in going on honking the car or banging and using abusive language? The jam is not going to go. So you can relax. You can think so much of positive things. You can look outside. Oh my God, yesterday's jam was much more lesser. Wow, I'm going to enjoy the jam. That should be your mindset. You have your priorities clear. You know that it's not about jam. I've got to know what to do when. So please look into those priorities, which is more important, what has to be done, and please start writing a not-to-do list. And there is something else also you have to do. See, if you want to come out of this pandemic, these things are very important. Journaling. Do you write or do you have the journaling practice? You know what is a journaling? It is not diary writing. Diary, you can write everything, whether it's important, not important. So journaling is more basically into the activities you do, more into the business you do. You can record everything which happens in the day regarding business. So that what happens is like a ready reckoner. Maybe I'm going and meeting Bhupender Ji today. I had a discussion with him. He had made some very valid points. I have noted down. Now I did a journaling. When I'm having another meeting after 2 weeks, when I go back, I tell Bhupender Ji, you spoke that day like this and all. Oh, did I? Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot that. Very important. We think that we have got a photographic memory. I'll tell you something very, very simple. Narendra Ji, I want your help.
Yes, sir.
What is your dad's name?
Hello.
What is your dad's name? आपका पिता का नाम क्या है?
हीरालाल.
उसका नाम क्या है? उसका पिता का नाम क्या है?
शंकर लाल जी.
उसका?
जीवन लाल जी.
उसका?
बस.
But there is one father, right? We don't know. We know maybe our father, maybe our grandfather, maybe our great-grandfather. Before, after that, no. This is our memory. There is nothing wrong in writing down. Because when you think it, you should ink it. That's what they say. Now, I'm asking a very basic question. I don't know. Maybe you will get angry with me, but still I'm asking you. Do you have a plan for your business? I'll tell you, Bhupinder ji, people say, "Mera plan kharab ho gaya." It will not happen like that. You fail to plan. The plans will never fail. You fail to plan. You ask people, do you have a plan? Yes. No, so can you please tell me what is your plan? Then you said, General, I want to achieve this much of thing. Then what are your milestones? Hey, what milestone here? I don't have any milestone. Hooray. See, if you want to achieve something great, you have to break down into many parts and then only start achieving it, one by one. Those are the milestones. There should be timelines. If you are setting a plan, yes, this plan should be achieved within this particular timeline. Very important, no? We are very vague. Please let us not be very vague. We have to be very specific to make our life or to make our business successful. Very, very specific. Unless and until you are specific, things will not work out for you. So if you don't have a plan, please have a plan. Forget about the pandemic and all. Please have a plan. It takes a little effort. It takes time. See, because business is if business is very important for you, if that is what is going to take you further in your life, then you have to take care of it. Nobody is going to come and do it for you. So you have to decide now that yes. See, always people say there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Fine. But if you're not moving, then what will happen? That light will be there only. You will never reach that. And the whole tunnel is very dark. You have to live your life forward, not in the past. You have to swim towards your lighthouse. When you're in the ocean, you're completely lost. You see a lighthouse at the end or at the far end. You have to swim towards that. Don't think that the waves will carry you there. It never happens. The waves will pull you again further away from that. So what I'm trying to tell you, have to have a very clear planning. A short-term plan, a mid-term plan, and a long-term plan. See, nobody expected this pandemic, no? Everybody's economy crashed. You know why? We never had something called a contingency fund. We never planned a corpus. 90% of the people have failed there. See, when you are setting goals, see, this is also very important. Set goals for your profitability also. Not only revenue. You should set for profit. How much profit I'm going to make out of it? The net. What happens is, we think like this. I bought something for 8 rupees. I'm selling it for 10 rupees. The normal fund is, मैंने 2 रुपया profit किया. मेरे को मिला 2 रुपया. Is it right? I've got a small question. You're all big business people. I'm not a businessman. But I would like to ask you, you bought something for 8 rupees and sold for 10 rupees. How much profit you made? You bought it today and you sold it today. How much profit you made? Is it 2 rupees?
Small.
That is true. Is it 2 rupees? It is not 2 rupees. It is not 2 rupees. There are overheads. So probably you would have made only 1 rupee 90 paise profit. Now, if you're going to sell this thing tomorrow, is it 1 rupee 90 paise? No, it again further reduces. It becomes 1 rupee 85 paise. After some time, Although you bought it for 8 rupees and you're selling at 2 rupees, you think you have made a profit, you are making losses actually. You don't realize that. So time is very important. If you sell now, buy now and sell now, okay, you at least make 190 rupees, 1 rupee 90 paise. You sell it after a month, you're losing money. So that is why precisely you need to set profitability goals. How much profit I'm going to make in this quarter? How much profit I'm going to make in the next quarter? So quarter-wise, you put profitable goals and work towards it. Revenue will come. See, for example, Narendra ji is selling for 1 lakh rupees and making profit of 50,000. I am selling for 5 lakh rupees and making profit of 25,000. Who is a better businessman? Obviously, Narendra ji. For me, I can show in meetings or in so many clubs and wherever I go, say, hey, my turnover is 5 lakhs, yaar. Narendra, what is your turnover, yaar? Arey, 1 lakh. Kya, yaar? How long your business doing, yaar? Your father was also doing business. What is this, yaar? They'll talk all this, but Narendra is getting a better life because he's making more profit. Where I'm making only half his profit. What is the point? Why you want to show that my company is number one in this area? You have to show whether my company is maximum in getting profit. Otherwise, what is the point in doing business? Correct, no? We are doing a crore of rupees of business and more tension, more pressure, all those things, and there is profitability of 10 lakhs. I am doing 25 lakhs business, I am getting 15 lakhs profit. I am a better businessman. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you have to plan, you have to set goals for your profits. Profitability goals, not only these revenue goals. What ultimately you can take out of your business, that is more important. You have to be delighted about your business, not happy about your business. There's a lot of difference. You are not doing business to show to somebody. You are doing business because of your passion for it. Many times what happens is we are more into show off. We want to really show off that we are such a great business, this thing, that thing. But we may be running in losses. Why you want to show off? If you're really into business, then you have to be business-like. Many people don't have the attitude of a businessman. They think I buy a BMW or a Mercedes Benz, walk around in that. People will look, oh my God, he drives a Mercedes Benz. Wow. He's a real good businessman. Please understand, Mercedes Benz is going to give you an EMI of 45,000, 50,000 rupees actually. It is a loss. If you want to buy a Mercedes, buy without loan. When you build the profitability, now you have to be very careful about one more thing. There is something called the corpus or the contingency fund. You have to keep a particular amount of money separate. Should not touch it. You can name it as a business development fund or whatever it is. So you're making a profit of 100 rupees. Please keep at least 10 rupees for the development. You may be reinvesting another 50 rupees. Fine. But you've got then 40 rupees with you to spend whatever way you want. But still you are safe. What happens is we get 100, we spend 110. That is the problem. So please change the attitude. You have to always practice mind over moment. Because it's a strategy. Because when you practice mind over moment, you are aware of your thoughts, you are aware about your feelings, you are aware about your habits, and you are aware about your behavior. So what happens is, any moment, you will steer yourself for better responses and better outcomes. Because you are aware. That is something which you have to really learn. Many people talk, but they are not even aware about themselves. I'm not talking spirituality. But you have to continuously ask yourself, who am I? The businessman in you. Spirituality is very, very different. I'm not talking about that. But are you asking yourself that question? So you have to really work on it. Please be aware that your levels of anxiety and depression can really skyrocket if you're not aware about what you're doing. You become more anxious, you become more stressed. See, when you see bad, you should sleep. That should be the approach. Absolute peace of mind. Don't be numb. Don't go thinking, overthinking. What will happen? Think. See, there is something called a possibility thinking. That's what you have to practice. Anything and everything, there it is possible if you put your mind and heart and soul into it. So that's called possibility thinking. See, I was really, probably you all would have seen one video which was circulated on WhatsApp recently. I think his name is Satish. He's a CEO of I forgot the company. What he says, he has written the book, you would all know. Employees first, customers next. Or second, something like that. See, what he says is you should always dream to become butterflies, not the pupa. Pupa is see, what does it mean? Pupa is inside the cocoon, comfort zone. Happy. Enough is enough. I don't have to stress. See, if you want to grow, you have to come out of that. Anything good will happen only out of your comfort zone. Please understand that. Any growth will happen only out of your comfort zone. You have something called an extension of comfort zone. See, for example, I am working with Bhupenderji. I am an employee. My timing is 10 to 5. I come every day by 9:45. Then Bhupenderji decided, now my company timing is going to change from 8 to 6. What happens? I don't have any other option. I have to come because I need this job. I will go on mentally abusing Bhupenderji. What nonsense, what useless boss, this thing, that thing. But I'll still come by 8 o'clock because I want this job. But what happens? After a month or so, 8 o'clock becomes a comfort for me because it has become a habit. I stop complaining. I'll come aram se by 7:45, do my job and go by 6:30, no problem. That is something called extension of comfort zone. We as business people need to know that. That is where again I will come back to that resilience. You need that resilience muscle. Come what may, I will see that things are done in a proper manner. So please develop those patterns because success, there is a clear, there is nothing wrong in copying good things. There's nothing wrong. But unfortunately, we copy only whatever is unnecessary. See, if I go to Narendraji's office, I see some best practices, I should definitely appreciate him and talk to him about it. Then he will tell me these are the things which is happening. I say, thank you so much. Narendraji, I also want to implement this in my office. He will never say, no, Sunil, you should never do that. This is my finding. No, he will never say. He will say, good. If you have got any doubt, talk to me. But we don't have time to find all those things. We are going and trying to find fault when we are in absolute fault. So please change. Now I'll go to the triple R. Because without a mindset, there is no point in going to, because triple R is so simple. Very, very simple. Or before that, would you like to know about some business strategies which you can do it during the pandemic? Would you like to know?
Sure.
Pardon? Sorry.
Yes, I think everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, first thing you have to do, forget about all the plans and what all you have written or not. Please create a plan to restore scalable state. Create a plan to restore a scalable state or scalable system or scalable time or state is the situation. How you can scale your business up. Have you really thought about what you should do after the pandemic? If you have thought about what to do after a pandemic, you have to think now. During the pandemic, there are so many things you have to do. I am again coming back. Do you have a plan? I'm sorry to ask this, sir. Don't mistake me. But I'll ask. I'm so blunt because I'm here to not to give gyan. I'm here to see that if whatever I can contribute to all of you, I feel very happy about it. Even if one point you can take it from this session, I'm happy. My job is done. Otherwise, I can come and know what will happen. I will come and show off my this thing, that thing, and all. Finally, what will say? Oh, he's a wonderful speaker, yaar. But I didn't understand anything. What is the point? No. So, do you have a plan? Narendraji, do you have a plan?
No, sir. Right now, no plan. I don't have.
No problem. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yes.
You are on the safer side. Now you can always make a plan. No.
Yes.
When you don't have a plan, it's very easy. No. When the canvas is blank, you can draw any picture you want.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Anybody else has got a plan? I just want to understand. That's why I'm asking you. Anyone who has got a plan, I would love to hear if you have got a plan, please.
Sir, actually, we don't know when it is completing. So if we plan also, we don't know when we can execute it.
Umeshji, that is an excuse.
Okay.
This is our problem. You know what happened? Tomorrow if it goes off, what will you do? You will lose another 1 month in creating a plan.
Right.
But if you have got a ready-made plan with you, the next moment you start implementing it. Our problem is not... Yeah, please.
Yeah, always we are planning.
Yeah,
Murali. Always we are planning. We can't meet that plans.
Okay, Muraliji, have you written down your plan?
Yeah, always we are writing every day this one program.
No. I'm not talking about a program. See, what business you are in?
I'm into buying and selling of used cars.
Okay. Now, what has happened because during the pandemic, is it selling or not?
Yeah, the inquiries are very, very high. We are not getting the cars.
Oh, that is a very, very sad thing. Now, that is where you need to have a plan.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you something. See, if for example, Bhupenderji has got 3 cars, okay, he cannot ride all the 3 cars in at the same time.
Yes.
You should go and create a need to sell, to make him understand and sell 1 car.
Yeah, definitely.
You get a point.
Yes,
you get a point.
Yes.
That is how it is. You create a need. And you understand, okay, that Bhupenderji feels that, hey, I don't need, why the hell are 3 cars? That car is not running also. Okay, take it. You got your car for Narendraji, because Narendraji has come with for a requirement for a car. This is how we create. See, what I'm trying to tell is that you have to open up the possibilities. You have to open up the opportunities. Nobody's going to come and give it to you. See, many times what happens, people will say, everything is going to be all right. Everything is not going to be all right. You have to make it all right. Umeshji, so that's why please have plans, clear, concrete plans. Muraliji, how many cars you sold last month?
Sir, 13 cars.
13 cars during pandemic. Is it bad, Bhupenderji? It's wonderful, no?
Sir, because in pandemic, we are getting huge business, sir.
Yes. Muraliji,
huge inquiries and business also very good.
Correct. Muraliji, I want to ask you, how many inquiries you got last month?
Yeah, per day at least 13 inquiries for
oh my God, that is wonderful case study now. Bhupenderji, Muraliji is getting almost 13 inquiries a day. That means something close to 100 inquiries in the month. And yes, he was about to sell only 13 cars. His strike rate is very low. Depending on the capability of Muraliji, your strike rate is only 13%, where it should have been something like 58-60%. Don't tell me there are no cars available. No, cars are available, but you have to find out. You are only waiting for somebody to come and ask, hey, I need a sedan. Okay, then you start looking out there is a sedan or not.
Definitely.
That's the problem. So n number of time you write the plan, it will not work out. You have to really plan it in advance. You have to see. See, there is no need for you to invest. In trading business, don't invest. You have to find out the sources, find out the needy person, the user, connect it. Matter over.
Okay.
Make your profit.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so please create a plan to restore a scalable state. Because identify capabilities you need to strengthen, refactor, reopen.
Sir, you're mute. You are mute, sir. Sunil, sir.
No,
Mr.
the host,
Sunil, you are on.
yeah, the host muted me by mistake. No problem. No problem. See, what I'm trying to do is you have to identify capabilities you need to strengthen, refactor, reopen, rehire, rebudget, resupply. Not 3R. There are so many R. What is a refactor? See, there are certain factors which is causing your business not to grow. You have to identify those factors. Start working on it. If you need modification, you need to modify it. If you need to remove it, please remove it. There are so many factors. Like, just for example, we were talking about Muraliji's car business. He could do only, when the inquiry is 100, he could do only 13. See, the factor is he was not able to source the cars for the demand is, the supply is not matching the demand. So there is something wrong in the planning. Sometimes you may have to go out of Bengaluru and bring cars. So you need to have your network very strong. So that is what is the refactoring. Then reopen certain things which you have closed. You kept it away. You think that that was not needed, may come of use now. Please reopen the possibilities, where reopen the opportunities. Okay, I can use this. How I can renovate my products or services. Sometimes you need to bring some product or services back. You need to shelve certain things which you are doing now. Reopen. Rehire. If you are having a team, sometimes you may have to go back to somebody who has worked very well with you, just because of some reason he or she left. Please bring them back in. It is always nice to be with the known devil than the unknown angel. Correct, no? So bring them. Rebudget. This is very, very important. Sorry. You have to go to the drawing board again and start rebudgeting. Because you have budgeted before the pandemic. Now the whole situation changed. You cannot run the business with the same budget. You may not need that much budget also. Or you may need a little more budget. So please do a reading. So that this reset, and this comes after. What you have lost because of the pandemic, you have to recover. So that is the first mantra. Nothing great, I told you, it's very simple. Okay. Now, do you have workflows, processes, workflows in place? Do you have a workflow? So for example, I'm a consumer or a customer. I come to Narendraji's office. There may be certain systems I have to go through, right? When I come, maybe the security opens the door and say, welcome, come, sir. Good morning, sir. Then I come to the front office. The receptionist says, please wait, sir. Can you please record your name and number here, sir? Can you do the sanitizing, sir? This thing, that thing. Can you wear your mask properly, sir? There is a system. Finally, only I'll be able to meet Narendraji. After meeting and talking with him, when I go back also, there is a system. There is a system for the organization to record what all things has happened. There is a data about me. So this is where you have to really work on again. You have to conduct operational processes workflows in a new, repeatable and scalable way. That's what you have to learn. What ultimately I'm trying to say is that's the second R. The second R says it is a renew. You have to renew your business because you need durability. You need a long-term thing. You want your business to be there even years and years. Even if you are not there, the business should be there. So you should have clear processes. Whether it is a trading organization, whether it is a marketing organization, whether it's a manufacturing organization, you need processes. There should be workflow. 100% workflow should be there. We don't even have a hierarchy properly. And many times I've seen, we don't trust our employees in such a way that we tell them you have to do that, and then we go and do it. That should never happen. You should delegate at the right time, and you should know very clearly what to delegate and what not to delegate. Very important. Delegate responsibilities. Please make sure you should delegate only things which has to be delegated. Certain things should be in your control only. Never delegate, you will be in trouble. You can see your employees cheating you. Because don't blame them. You gave the opportunity for them to cheat you. Because you delegated certain things which was not supposed to go to that person. Please. So there you have to be very, very clear. So that is why there should be a clear workflow. And please use lessons learned. Please understand the emerging patterns. How things are changing. Now you have to really rework on your foundation. You should put a new foundation. Think that you are starting your business from the scratch. That is very important. Umeshji, what happens, I'll tell you. When we start, the enthusiasm, badhiya hai. First time, we are so excited about business, really want to do well. After a period of time, it dies down. We become very complacent. We become lazy, lethargic. You have to be, every day you think that is a new business for you. That should be the approach. Now think that your business has gone. Now you're going to start on fresh. You just see how happy you are. That's what you ultimately want to understand. See, when you started your business, every day you were so excited. You wanted to go and share with so many things with your family. Whether it's mother, wife, or sister, whatever it is. But nowadays, are you really discussing your business with your family?
Yes, sir.
Very few. Who said yes, actually?
I started already.
Umeshji, okay. Umeshji, yes. I think, Umeshji, you are into digital marketing, right?
Yes, sir.
I understood. When Narendraji sent that Facebook thing and I went and saw your profile.
Oh, thank you.
You do website and all those stuff, right?
Yes, sir. No, not website. I'm in printing line.
Printing, printing, yes, I remember, yes. So the thing is that what, Umesh, if you're discussing with your family about your business, wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Because sometimes your son or daughter can come out with a brilliant idea.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you something a live thing which happened some years back. This is very important, especially during this time. Because, see, when Pepsi came into market, Coca-Cola thought that they are not going to do anything to us. Because we are big giants, nothing can happen. But unfortunately, what happened was, Pepsi corroded into many markets of Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola started losing market share. Those times, it was all fountain. It is called fountain Coke, fountain Pepsi and all. You can't take it home. You have to go to a kiosk-like thing. You put your dollar or whatever money, keep your glass, it fills. And you have to drink there, keep it, throw it in the dustbin and go. So that's called a fountain Pepsi. You would have seen in many malls, you can see that. Now what happened was, the whole bunch of Coca-Cola people came for a meeting because they got worried because Pepsi is really gaining business. What to do? Right from morning till evening, discussion on a hotel, but nothing is happening. They're not able to come out with a very concrete plan. Now what happens is, there was one waiter who used to serve water, drinks and all those things to them, to coffee, tea and all. He was finding it, what is this happening here? These people have been talking, but everyone looks very dull and sober. There is no happiness. So this fellow asked, what's happening? Then one of the person executives said, they're all high-end executives. One of the person said, see, Pepsi is gaining business. We are really weak. We are not able to find out a solution. So this guy said, can I tell you a solution? All of them, they're all high BA, high MBAs and all, no, highly qualified. They all got shocked. They said, what are you going to tell? No. But the CEO of Coca-Cola was a very considerate man. He said, anyway, we have been sitting here right from day in the morning till evening. Nothing has happened. Let us hear from him. He only said one thing which really changed the whole history of Coca-Cola. He said, just bottle it. He said, just bottle it. Because till that time, you cannot carry Coca-Cola home. You can only go to the place, drink from there. He said, bottle it. That was the time Coca-Cola decided that now we are going to bottle Coke. And the first bottle was born. See, what a brilliant idea. I still remember one of my classmates made a beautiful contribution to Hindustan Lever, or rather Unilever. Now he's a VP in Australia. See, when the close-up thing came, okay, why I'm telling you, I will connect why in pandemic it is important. When close-up came with the gel squeeze tube and all, for the youngsters, all those stuff, it came with so much of hangama. Colgate started losing business. That you all remember that aluminum foil was the Colgate thing. You know what this guy did? He said, let us increase the diameter of that opening, by 0.5 millimeter. So it was so small earlier, the hole was made a little more bigger. You know what happens with us? We have got a system. We put the normal same pressure every day because we are conditioned. See, people who drive cars, sometimes that Muraliji, certain single owner driven car are always preferred. Because the way you put pressure on the gas pedal, the way you put the pressure on your brake pedal is all same every day. Because you are conditioned. You will not brake one day sudden, you will not brake one day soft. No, every day the same pressure you give. Like that, you take the toothpaste out of the tube, you put the same pressure every day. You are conditioned. Now what happens? Earlier the diameter was small. Now it is slightly bigger. You put the same pressure. What will happen? More paste will come out.
Quantity. Yeah, more quantity.
Simple. So the paste which was lasting for 1 month was started lasting for only 20 days. See, that was a small change, small innovation, which made a huge difference in business. And Colgate regained their position, and later they also brought this gel type and squeeze tubes and all. So what I'm trying to do, now is the time for you to renew. Whatever business you are doing, so samskar karo. Please strategize. Please think what the customer needs. No, I will not change. I am like this because my great-grandfather started this. He was doing like this. My father did like this. See, those were different times. These are different times. So please renew your business. Okay. Now, the last R. Reset for a sustainable future. Reset. You have to reset your business. You have to rescale your business. You have to reinvent your business. You have to reduce certain things. You have to return certain things. You have to retire certain things. Please reset. for a sustainable. Why sustainable? Because even if tomorrow another pandemic strikes also, nothing will go wrong for you. See, if we look at the world, we are thinking too much about this pandemic, but there are so many things which have hit us earlier also. Is it not?
Yes. Yes.
Just hit us very badly. But what I'm trying to tell you, we are focusing too much because it's a global phenomena. Earlier it was like, they are suffering. I am not getting it. So no problem. But now there is a threat that you also will get it. So your concept changed. So post-pandemic planning, I'll tell you the network, how you have to do the framework. Sorry, not network, framework. Okay. During lockdown, what we should have been doing is, now is also lockdown, we have to start responding. How this is going to affect us. We may have to, because everything has closed down. So we are having limited options. Then there are certain sanctions lifted, but still we are in the lockdown phase only, mentally. We could have done many things. When people are allowed to move, how many of us did things to improve our business? We went and took a restock and we think, oh my God, if another lockdown comes, what will happen? But another lockdown will definitely bound to come. But what we did? We didn't do anything. That is where you have to change. You have to reopen. You have to plan out. You have to change your systems. If you are opening by 10 o'clock, start opening by 8 o'clock. What are you going to sit at home and do? Go by 8 o'clock. Start working on what all things can. Start calling. See, now another thing I'll tell you, which is a live example. In one of my sessions, I told one of the paint retailer, I asked him, have you spoken to your wholesaler? He said, no. I said, why? Call him. He said, why? I said, call him and don't talk business. Talk to him, how is he, how is the life and all. You won't believe this fellow came back to me, sir, I did wonders. What happened? Sir, he is ready to give me products for credit. Till that time he was giving money. Even during pandemic, he has to give money and take. This fellow has told that, this wholesaler has told that, I'll give you credit. I said, what happened? Sir, I called him and asked him, how is he, how is his life and all. He was so happy. He said, in 32 years of business, nobody has called and asked him about his personal life.
Yes.
And he feels there's a mental connect now. And he has extended his way of gratitude that I am ready to give you credit. See, getting a credit during this pandemic is a big thing. He said that I got it only, sir, because I called him and inquired about his family. So things which you think should not be doing or things which are very simple, you have to start practicing. The attitude of gratitude should be there. How many people you thanked yesterday? Umeshji, how many people you thanked yesterday?
Yesterday I met near about 8 people, sir.
How many people you thanked?
Thanked? I don't think so. I asked him, normally my nature is like that.
But consciously, now this is what something everyone has to learn. We should do consciously. We should not do unconsciously. We should do consciously. If I smile at Bhupinderji, he is my business partner or he is my business or he is my consumer or my customer, I have an intention behind my smile. I make sure that when I see Bhupinderji, I'll smile because that smile has got a business behind it. I am not cheating people. I am expressing my gratitude. I am expressing my joy in seeing you. Please say thank you. Attitude of gratitude will take you a long way during this pandemic. Call people. Ask, how are you? Always say thank you. 100 times you say thank you, it is always better. It gets better and better. Everyone loves to hear that. Maybe even their family may not be calling them. You call them, talk to them. But don't talk business.
Yeah, that's why
Business will happen. Sorry, Umesh ji.
Sorry. Actually, मेरा ये nature है. That's why my nature. When I'm calling them, I never talk about the business.
Excellent.
I just ask, how are you? Like
Very
that.
Good. Very good.
I'm creating friends, circle, close friendship.
Umesh ji, one more thing. You should never say I am okay. You should never say I am fine. You should always say I am good. I am great. Never say fine, okay, and all. Mediocre things. You should always say I am good. You should always say I am great. See, I'm trying to inculcate a mindset, because when you say I'm good, I feel good actually. When you say okay, okay. No, it should not be. And I can understand you, because when I see you, you are always happy. See, that is something which we should learn ultimately in business, whether it is pandemic or not. You should smile. Please smile from your heart. Don't just for the sake of saying smile. No, not that. It should come from your heart. See Murali ji's photo. I have not seen Murali ji. He's behind the screen. But I can see Murali ji's lovely laugh. He's smiling. You should always smile. That costs you nothing, but it gains you a lot of things. So during the lockdown, you were supposed to sit on the board and or blueprints you have to start it, you would have made. But anyway, leave it. You have not done. Now please at least now do. Because you should always learn to respond to the situation. See, you would have heard about Sundar Pichai's story, right? Very famous story about the cockroach. Have you heard about that?
Cockroach.
Okay. I'll take a couple of minutes. I think, Bhupendra ji, do I have some time or time? Thank you. Okay. See, there are 3 ladies. They went to a hotel. Okay. Suddenly, one cockroach fell on one lady. She took it and threw it and made hell of a noise. It was a public place, but she made a lot of noise. This fell on the other lady's body. She also threw it and made a big noise. It fell on the 3rd lady. She also did the same thing. And the 3rd lady, when she threw it off, it went and fell on the hand of the waiter there. The waiter looked at it, took it and threw it outside. Now, see the behavior of these 3 ladies. These 3 ladies may be afraid of cockroach, or they don't like cockroach, whatever it is. But they reacted. They reacted to that situation, right? Because this cockroaches said, what is this? This is nonsense. They reacted. They were not bothered whether they are in a public place. They made hell of a noise for a small cockroach. It was not an elephant. It was a cockroach. But the waiter, he understood the reason for all this unrest is because of the cockroach. He just took it, threw it outside. Matter is over. This is where we have to learn something. The ladies reacted, but the waiter responded. This is something we should learn during a pandemic. See, we should understand the situation and behave accordingly. How many of you would have got really angry with your family during this pandemic? Because of frustration. Nothing is happening and these people are pestering. How many of you shouted at your family? Did you? Sanjay. I am so happy that Sanjay. I love people who are truthful. Excellent. We all lose temper sometimes because a lot of the things which is not happening because of the pandemic is playing on our back of our mind, and we shout at people who are absolutely innocent. They have nothing to do. These are all because we have started reacting to the situation. Let us start responding. Let us analyze what is happening. Let us think what all arrangements or what all changes I have to make. then just understand your business is in trouble. You are making your mess in your family also, then more trouble. Ultimately, I'll tell you, your family will be the only people to be with you. That's the truth. Nobody else will be there. We think that fellow will be there, this fellow will be there, nothing. You and your family. That is the ultimate truth. So please don't rub them on the wrong shoulders. Keep them happy. Discuss with them. They will also start contributing. That is not only reset your business, reset your priorities, reset your relationships. Now, this pandemic would have also already taught who are your real friends, who are not your real friends.
Yes.
And you should always thank, platforms like this, because you got many like-minded friends with you. I always say, Bhupender ji, we should disagree to agree. Sometimes we may have a particular thing, we all are a part of Business Boosters Club. We may have different opinion in certain things. But when it comes to the cause, when it comes to the crux, we should disagree to agree. Someday I may not be liking what you have told, but I will agree because I'm a part of the team. When I agree only, 100% involvement will be there. So if you want to grow your business, if you want to be successful, please involve yourself. Don't keep away. Involve yourself. Then only you will evolve. 100%. So reset the whole thing. Let us go Control Alt Delete and reset. We will reprogram ourselves. We will reframe ourselves. The whole thing. See, first I told in the beginning itself, it's about the mindset. If I decide to change, everything is going to change. Before I stop, I want to tell something very, very interesting, and you should practice this. Have you heard about no regret policy? No regret policy? Okay. You know about Australian cricket team, no? Steve Waugh, the previous captain, old captain. Now,
Yes,
in one of the World Cups, I don't remember, I think whether it's 93 or some World Cup, they were champions before that. Okay. They were playing. First match they lost. Second match they lost. They are the reigning champions. They started losing matches. So there was a crux match or a crunch match. If they don't win that match, they can pack and go off. So Steve Waugh, the captain, called every member of the team to the dressing room and he said, I want to tell you something. We are going to implement, see, if you don't win this match, we are going to be out of the tournament. So we are going to implement something very, very interesting. Then everyone says, what? Because everyone was trying they're playing well. They thought that they're trying their level best, but they're not winning. Now what happened is, he told, what you have to do is forget about the result. You start putting your 100% effort in the field. Because after the game is over, when you come back, you should never feel that I should have done that thing much more better. I should have fielded much more better. I should have bowled much more better. I should have batted much more better. Never have that feeling of regret. I should have done. So try your 100%. Do what is actually needed. If you do that, we are going to, when we go on a particular date, he said, the cup will be with us. So no regret policy. And the rest was history. That year, again, Australia won the championship. After that, not a single match they lost. So if we can bring that no regret policy, I should have done this better. Oh my God, I should have planned it better. Oh my God, I would have supplied it better. I would have implemented this thing better. Don't have the regrets. If you're going to have regrets, you're not going to be successful. Please implement no regret policy. हमने क्या करना है 100% करो. There is no watering, there is no dilution, nothing. What is expected out of me, I am going to do it. Always give extra. Because there is a rule. Earlier, there is a golden rule. You know, golden rule in customer service is, we are all dealing with customers. Golden rule in customer service is, when the customer comes, we treat them very well. They are happy and go. Now that is gone. Now the platinum rule has come. Customers have become more demanding. Now what do you know? We have to treat the customer the way he or she wants to make them delighted. That is what we have to do. So with that, I think I'm open for discussion, open for questions. I think I took so much of time of you. Sorry. I am so passionate about what I talk. I go on talking like this.
No, sir, you are not. We have enjoyed our meeting today. It's not the question of you.
Thank you so much, sir.
And definitely our team would have not only learned something from out of it. The Triple R is really good, and I believe all of us are mature businessmen here. यहाँ हम सभी जो हैं, मेरे ख्याल से कोई 20 साल, कोई 30 साल, कोई 25 साल, और कुछ ऐसे हैं जो शायद नए भी हैं. बट आई फील कि जो आपने आज कहा है उसको हम लोगों को सीरियसली इम्प्लीमेंट करना चाहिए. और आई एम श्योर व्हाट यू सेड कि प्लान, राइट द प्लान एटसेट्रा जो आपने आज बोला है, आई एम श्योर एवरीबडी वुड हैव अंडरस्टूड इन ए कहते हैं राइट प्रोस्पेक्टिव. और हम सब अब उस पर देखिए फिर से चर्चा करेंगे. Because today you have said, and next we are going to do the same thing. हम आपस में चर्चा करेंगे भाई सुनील जी ने जो कहा था उसको आपने कितना सीखा और कितना किया. I invite anybody wants to ask any question. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, Bhupinder ji, before question, एक और बात है. See, now if we are already 15 years, 20 years in business, don't wait for any pandemic and you have to redo this.
Correct. That is what I'm telling. You know, we learn from our own mistakes.
Absolutely.
And not only the mistakes, but we see the other doing the same mistake again and again.
Correct.
तो आज का जो वो है उसमें दो चीजें हैं. खुद भी सीखना है और सामने वाले को भी अगर आपको लगता है तो आप सिखाएंगे या बताएंगे तो उनको भी खुशी होगी. They will be more thankful to you. And they will also tell you thank you.
Very true. Bhupinder ji, एक बात करना है वो मिस्टेक है, दूसरा बात है वो क्राइम है.
जी. So anybody want to ask any question? Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, please.
Sunil sir.
Go ji, please.
Sir, good morning. Very nice session. I really enjoyed it and find it very cool. Is it possible? Repeat once.
Sorry.
All three R's in single lines and to do the thing, so be able to like.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay. I'll start with you want the 3 R's, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The first R is respond. Your action should be focused on seeing what essential things you have to do because of the pandemic. There are so many basic things you should do. You have to put those efforts. That is respond to the situation. Second is recover. You would have lost many things in this business. I mean, many things about your business in these hard times. So identify, create plans so that you don't suffer again. And the third one is renew. You have to rebudgeting. Sorry, you have to put workflows in place. You have to do processes. You have to understand the emerging pattern of the customer, new foundation. All those things come. So these are the 3 R actually. One is respond. second is recover, and third is renew. On that, there is a reset, rebudget, rehire, a lot of things are there.
Thank you so much. Another one thing.
Yeah.
As I know, I regularly maintain the to-do list.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. So whatever I had to do this week and all other thing, I just write and I plan and I'll make it that lots of things we finish on time.
Very true.
But still always one or two things be pending. But okay, fine. That's not a like hard and fast rule. Whichever time limits you have to finish the thing. Second thing, I want to know, like in the group also, in the people who have met also, everybody heard everywhere that you have to plan. It's correctly well said, but lots of people, including me, we find it very much difficult when we are planning. There is like we not able to judge it properly, that it plan it properly, or we lose some point in it, we lose some milestone, or we like milestone is there. It has to be 1 month, but by mistake we put it 10 days or we will put it 4 months. Putting in 10 days, the milestone will not reach, we will feel that we're not able to reach over there. The 4-month thing is, till we reach over there, we like already so much delayed. So that's kind of trouble. Even I feel whichever the plan I made, somewhere maybe with the less knowledge or some other thing, definitely, but it's so many places we feel little bit hitch of that I don't know, like whichever the points we has to be take care over there. Okay. I just request you, as you are there in this field very well, maybe you can provide a template where we can just fill it over. This is the target.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
And all those things we can.
I will do one thing. I'll share you a business plan template.
Okay. It's really so nice of you.
The problem is many of us are not aware of many things.
Correct. That's the reason.
And you ask 10 people, they will get 10 people will tell 10 different things, and you will get confused.
Correct. The same thing.
Govindji, what business you do?
No, I'm in the digital websites and all those things.
Oh, excellent. Now, see, the thing is that I'll tell you, if you ask somebody in the same scenario, he will tell something else, because it is coming from his experience and his perception, but that may not work out for you.
Agreed.
So I will do one thing. I have number of Narendra ji, Bhupinder ji, and Sunita ji. I'll share that beautiful template I have got. You have to really put your heart and soul into it. See, planning again needs a lot of effort.
Yes. If you're planning it proper, you're definitely going to reach your goal.
100%. Not only planning, implementing those plans.
Yeah, correctly. Well said.
I'll share. No problem. And one more thing I want to tell the group that Narendra ji, Bhupinder ji, and Sunita ji has got my number. Anytime you need any support, just WhatsApp me or call me. Sometimes calls I may not answer immediately. Maybe I'm in sessions or all, but I will definitely come back to you. So please keep in touch. I'm more than happy to help you out, because always I feel sharing is more happiness, right? There is no point in that I know certain things and I keep it. What is that? No.
Yeah, Sunita.
Yeah. Tell me.
Please give the vote of thanks to Sunil.
Thanks a lot. This was a wonderful session, and all the hours were really very useful. I think the whole team would have implemented now. So I would like 1 or 2 team members to talk and give their feedback, how they like the session. This would really help even Sunil ji as well as us together. So anybody would like to give 2 words regarding vote of thanks or to Sunil Krishna?
Mr. Sunil, it was a very interesting session. We get a lot of inputs from your talk today. And yes, we will be in touch with you for any guidance we require. We will be in touch with you.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much. It was very nice and very informative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'll log
off. Thank you so much, Sunil ji. Thank you so much.
सुनील जी, तहे दिल से आपका धन्यवाद, आभार। आपने जो आज सेशन लिया हम सबके लिए बहुत ही बहुमूल्य था। और इस पेंडेमिक में आज जरूरी है, हम जैसे कलाकारों के लिए भी आज ये बहुत पहल करनी जरूरी है कि कैसे आगे बढ़े, और आपके एक एक शब्द कानों में है। उम्मीद है हम सब इसको फॉलो करेंगे। मैं विमल पवार, धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू सो मच। So all wish you all the best. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you,
See you all.
Sunil.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm leaving.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunil ji.
Thank you.